said. But beyond this, we also need to talk about then what happens after impeachment. Because some people insisted that the deputy president was safer if he resigned, for his own political preservation and self-preservation. But he says that is not coming. I'm fighting to the bitter end. What happens if he is impeached? Does he immediately become like you and I, because it is an impeachment? Does he still have benefits of, having been a former deputy president and has some bit of security? Paint to us a picture of what we are likely to see Rigathi Gachagua as if and when this impeachment motion sails through.
From yesterday's declaration, of course, men change. Remember, there was a time when a certain minister then said he would rather die than resign. And a few weeks later on, the good old Kimunya actually did resign. So things could change. But assuming everything is constant from his declaration yesterday, is that he hopes to challenge and meet Parliament. Of course, the National Assembly within 2 days. That should then move, of course, to the Senate. I know the Senate would also want to expedite the process. We should see that probably spilling into next week, because Thursday is a public holiday. But nothing stops Parliament from sitting on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Nothing stops them from doing that. So, but we will see this spilling into the week after that. But sounding so magisterial yesterday, I saw him making legal arguments. And then there is a little bit of what we forget a lot of times. Our Bill of Rights is so robust. That is where he's going to anchor a lot of his defense. Because in the House, the impeachment process is political, like so many of us have said repeatedly. So it's about substantiating. The word prove is not there. The Senate, of course, being the trial chamber, will try to be quasi-judicial in the way they handle it. But over and above that is that I see him going to court, because I do not think the deputy president has got numbers. Because the eloquence, the arrogance, the bravado we saw yesterday, the push online, the emotional sentimentalization of the process will not earn him votes here. I don't think he can actually get the votes to do that. But I know he's opened a dual front. He's fighting both in the court of public opinion, rallying the masses to walk with him in this journey, even as he deals with Parliament, hoping that he can sow a little bit of fear, especially for members of Parliament from his backyard, for example, ensuring that they come off as a people who cannot be trusted. Already he's been doing narratives that I will tell you that politically they are quite dangerous. They might not be legally bad. But you see, in Mount Kenya, if you say, wananitoa mimi ndio waweke kibaraka wao. You know, in Mount Kenya, kibaraka, they will call it kagunia, they will call it a home guard. It is something that can actually evoke emotions. So he's riling the base. He's riling the base. For the Mount Kenya base, he's riling it so that they rise up. And then for the Rift Valley audience, he's appealing to their sympathy. You see, I stood with your son, now see what is happening to me. Ile tu makosa nimefanya ni kuwa I've been asking for what is rightfully ours. Everybody else wrote down. So, outside of that, of course, I see him. Of course, even in the Senate, there are sufficient numbers to actually send him home. I am not yet sure that what he did yesterday, and like I've said, from his address last night, he judged Parliament. He judged members of Parliament. He judged the institution of Parliament. He attacked the Speaker. Both speakers, by the way. He spoke about the Speaker of the National Assembly. He spoke about the Speaker of the Senate as well. So I do not think that there is any love lost when he shows up there. So I look forward to him being impeached.
You look forward to him?
But then I know that is not the end of the story. I know thereafter, he will be going to court directly. So, in the way he said that he wishes to fight, you saw him actually praising the judiciary, like I mentioned earlier on. He's also even come back to the media and said, you guys are doing very good work. And for the first time, I saw him showing up, or rather showering the media with love. Statements that we've not seen come from him before. So, I see a little bit of a long legal battle coming after that, going to court, and all the way probably to the Supreme Court. So I do not think that this ends in the House as it were. But then, of course, I know for us as the party at UDA, for example, this matter has not been brought to us as yet. So we are waiting for the House to make their decision, and then we as a party